Hi, spots and sheep pops. Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Silicon Steve Valley. I am with VLADI. Oh my God, he's in the house partying his ass off, and we are here talking about Elimination Chamber. We are on almost actually the eve of Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. We're going to get into that and all the other stuff going on in WWE Elimination Chamber. And we're also going to talk about how we would book the main event scene between this Saturday and, of course, WrestleMania 39, which right now is slated for Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Before we get into that, VLADI, welcome back from the dead. COVID has not beaten you at all. You are back live. How are you feeling?
Hey, Silicon Steve Valley. I am back from COVID. I don't know what we call it. COVID alienation, if you will. And I'm here with you, so it's great to be here tonight.
We're hanging out in Ohio.
Hydrating. I've been avoiding Ohio right now. Again,
for the first time we would avoid that state. Not one of the big ones.
Yeah, but it is good to be here tonight and looking to do our picks and get right into it.
Well, I'm excited. Obviously, we're talking Sami Zayn and Roman, but before we get to that, we have a bunch of other matches to talk about. Hey, without further ado, VLADI, let's get right into our Elimination Chamber picks. Are you up by 2 or 3? What are you up by now?
4.
Oh, yep. I only have 2 pay-per-views to go here. Wow, this has been an absolute disaster for me.
See
the purple nurple champion right here. This guy, he is about to win his 3rd in a row. Meaning, if I'm not mistaken, if I don't win in when did you won the title back? You're going to have it for a full calendar year if you win this time around, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm like the San Marino of the purple nurple.
It's rough. I think I won it after last Revolution. So but then I think I actually think you won it actually at All Out. This would because you won 3 in a row. No, this would be your 3rd in a row. Yeah. So you won All Out. You won the Full Gear one, and if you win this one, I'll be 3 in a row. Wow. So that means you won All Out. You won. So you would need to win. I believe you would need to win double or nothing to have a full calendar year. It would be a tribal chief-esque win, and it looks like, unless I do some craziness here, it looks like you're going to win your 3rd one in a row, and that's.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against me right now.
All right, so without further ado, VLADI, what are the matches for Elimination Chamber? And let's do our picks. Here we go.
All right. Here we are. We got the Elimination Chamber match for the Raw Women's or shot at the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, and Carmella all in this match.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wait, one of those 4 women are wrestling who at WrestleMania?
The Raw Women's Champion, which I would assume would be Bianca Belair.
Who are the 4 again?
Liv Morgan, Asuka, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, and Carmella. Come on, it's obvious.
Asuka would be the only one I would think would make any sense.
Exactly. She's going to be full heel.
The rest of them are all mid-carders.
Right. We see what's going on here, but it's all good. It's going to be a good match.
Carmella's hotter than she's ever been there right now. Not to be misogynistic, but she came out looking very nice on Monday Night Raw this past week. But I don't think she wins. I think it's definitely going to be Asuka since she had her big return at Royal Rumble. And so there we go. On to the next. Which I'm not, that doesn't blow my skirt up, by the way.
Well, I believe Triple H is taking notes. Elimination match for the United States Championship. Austin Theory, who's the champ, versus Seth Rollins, versus Montez Ford versus Dean Priest versus Johnny Gargano versus
Bronson Reed. I think Austin Theory retains.
Yeah, I ended up taking Theory.
All right, so far we're on the same page. I think it just makes sense. Austin Theory at this particular point in time, Triple H has done a good job of breaking him down and trying to build him up. You wonder if he's trying to do the same thing with Baron Corbin. That's another conversation for another day. But it is enjoying. It's really, I get a lot of enjoyment at seeing Baron Corbin get ripped to shreds by JBL last week. That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
I'm glad we lost that with Baron, huh? Looking forward to the next gimmick. Next match, Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley.
I think Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor lose this one. I think the Grit couple wins it to get some of their revenge, but I think Balor takes the L. I don't think you're making Rhea Ripley look any weak at all going into her match with Charlotte Flair. So I'm going to take the Grit couple.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. This is their act of revenge, as you said. Balor takes the loss here, and then, that's what it is. They move on with this feud of theirs. Next match.
Thank God. Get it over with.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley.
I think Lesnar wins this one. No, you know what? I'm changing my mind. I think Bobby Lashley wins this one and the Hurt Business gets back into play.
I thought of that too, but I still picked Lesnar. So
okay.
Here we go with the final pick.
Man, so that was it. I got my one. I got an inch back. I need two here and maybe two next time. So unfortunately, I'm pretty sure we're going to pick the same way here. The main event of Elimination Chamber, which is now the centerpiece of what has been one of the best storylines in WWE history. Certainly the best storyline and the best act, depending on what you want to say, but certainly a very, very, very long time. We're talking nuances, subtle acting, whatever. Fuck it. The Bloodline storyline, Roman Reigns, Usos, Solo Sikoa with Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman is going to boil over. Jey Uso, we don't know where he's going to side. We don't know where he's going to go. Jimmy lied to Paul Heyman this past week on SmackDown when he saw his brother. Paul Heyman said, have you seen it? Have you talked to his brother? Have you seen his brother? And he wound up talking to Jey Uso. And he wound up lying for his brother. So you see all the things that happened after the Usos successfully defended their title. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns apparently saw the dissension and the lying by the Usos to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman mentioned you see things on TV that you don't see when you're here live. He specifically says that. So Roman sees the dissension and the lying of the Usos. Everything Sami said to Paul Heyman the week before about that earlier in that night, everything that Sami said, that Jey Uso's walked away. How long do you think it's going to be before Jimmy sides with his brother? And how long do you think it's going to be before Solo Sikoa realizes that Roman's just using him? That the bloodline's falling apart and Sami says it's because of me. Foreshadowing that. We go into this, the Usos were told not to come to Elimination Chamber. We'll see what happens. But right now, here we go. Roman Reigns defending his family, trying to keep his family together, doing everything he can to keep the bloodline together. And Sami Zayn is trying to take his family down and take his undisputed Universal WWE Championship. It all comes down right here in one of the best, most well-built characters and storylines, an organic growth of popularity for Sami Zayn. And here is his opportunity to take on the tribal chief, something that no one has been, and pin his shoulders to the mat, something that no one has been able to do in 2.5 years, over 900 days. This is what a lot of people are talking about. It's going to be in Montreal, the hometown of Sami Zayn, and it's going to lead to what we see and what we will know to be the main event of WrestleMania 39 against Cody Rhodes. VLADI, who are you going with and why?
I am going with none other than Roman Reigns, as we will see the sequel to the Montreal Screwjob, where Jay goes and is involved in this match and chooses Roman over Sami. And he's going to literally rip the hearts out of everybody in the stands at that event.
Stupid French Canadians. I'm just kidding. VLADI, we had a video, a pretty popular video a couple weeks ago. We actually said that very exact thing. We predicted it. I am on your page. I agree with you. Jey Uso does not turn his back on his family, the Anoa'i family. And it's interesting. I'll tell a personal anecdote. I was on the booking committee of WXWC4 with Samu Anoa'i up in here in the Lehigh Valley, Allentown, PA. And I pitched the idea of Samu's son, Lance, turning on him. And Samu said, no, we would never turn on each other. He essentially said the Anoa'is would never turn on each other, at least in his promotion. Family runs deep, and I think that they want to make sure that that's known. The question is, how far how thick is that blood when Roman is essentially an abusive cousin, an abusive boss? Apologize, kind of doing almost a pimp thing where he breaks people down and makes them feel like shit, and then apologizes to him. He's done it with Jimmy, he's done it with Solo, he's done it with Jay, he's done it with even Sami. That's how Roman operates. But I can't help but see his side from a storyline standpoint. I can't help but understand Roman, from his perspective, he has been given his family everything. He's made the Usos hotter than they've ever been. He put Sami Zayn on the map where he's a legitimate champion contender. He's a legitimate main eventer. That didn't happen before Sami Zayn joined the Bloodline. So Roman's like, I've given all these people everything, and they don't understand. They don't understand what I go through. They don't get it. Sorry, I just went there. But I have to be honest. I love it. I see Roman's perspective, and I'm with you. It is going to stop on the dreams and hopes of WWE fans throughout Montreal, as we've dubbed it in our video, the Montreal Screwjob Part 2. And that leaves us to that. So we both pick Roman Reigns. Those are our Elimination Chamber picks. And thank you so much for watching High Spots and Cheap Pops. This is Silicon Steve Alley, and for VLADI, we want to thank you so much. And hit the subscribe button. Here endeth the lesson. Enjoy Elimination Chamber.